My name is Sam Starin, and this is my story. I was born in Chicago on the cold morning of February 7th, 1992. For my entire life, my family and I have lived in LaGrange Park, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago. I was born into a very culturally rich family. Both of my parents were born and raised in Poland, and they immigrated to the United States in their early 20s. I have an older half-sister that was also born in Poland, but I was the first generation to be born and raised in the U.S. Growing up, my mom, dad, grandpa, and I all lived in the same house. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, and my dad was a truck driver, so most of my time was spent with my mom and grandpa. Although my parents separated when I was 13, they both had a great deal of influence over how my culture shaped me. Before I entered kindergarten, I was fluent in both English and Polish. My grandpa didn't know much English, and a lot of my family spoke mainly Polish, so for me, learning the language was essential. When I was in second grade, I started attending Polish school. Every Saturday for the next 11 years would be filled with 3 hours of hard work and lots of learning. At Polish school, I learned how to read and write. In the upper grades, I learned history, geography, and all about different time periods and authors. During my time at Polish school, I was always involved in the Christmas and Easter performances, and in English school, I was active in the orchestra. This taught me how to manage my time because I had to do homework and participate in activities for 2 different schools, not to mention in 2 different languages. My time in Polish school shaped who I am today. It was the place where I learned all about my culture and made friends that came from similar backgrounds as me. It gave me both an understanding and appreciation for my heritage and helped instill the values of education and hard work. As a future teacher, having this experience will help me better connect with students that have come from diverse backgrounds. I'll have an understanding of what it's like to attend schools where different languages are spoken and the struggles that are associated with it. Throughout my entire life, my family has been a huge support system for me. Although I do not have many siblings, my extended family, meaning my cousins, aunts, and uncles, and I are all very close. We have spent numerous holidays together and have had more family parties than I can even begin to count. There have been many times where family relationships have been tested, and I know that I'm able to count on them no matter what, and that they are always just a phone call away. The different traditions that I uphold to this day have had an immense influence on my values and beliefs. For example, on Christmas Eve, my family and I sit down to a big traditional dinner and share a wafer or opłatek before we start eating. This time is very personal and special because we go to each person and wish them good luck and health in the new year. Both family and education are highly regarded in my household, and by having such a tight-knit family, it has taught me the importance of having good, open relationships. As a future teacher, this will help me because I feel comfortable talking and collaborating with a variety of people. Coming from a loving and welcoming family, I want to instill this type of environment in my own classroom. I have also been provided with the opportunity of being an older role model for my younger cousins. They look up to me for guidance and support in the various things that they do. I have been able to share my knowledge and experiences with them. As a future teacher, I hope to use these experiences to influence my students in a similar way. My family has always believed in me, even when I don't always believe in myself. As a teacher, I will make sure to let every student know how special they are and how much they are capable of. By providing my students with a loving environment, I can only imagine all the great things that they will be able to accomplish.